All right, so today I'm joined by Andre Petroski, coming off a big win. How are you, man?
Fantastic.
Awesome, bro. Okay, so let's start before this last fight, right? Because we haven't talked for about like a year or something like that. So I'd like to just start off with Michel Pereira fight and stuff like that. That was like a short notice one and whatnot. Kind of like tell me why you ended up taking that fight and stuff like that, like on short notice, right? Because you had just fought.
I was compensated very handsomely. Yeah,
You got paid really good for that one.
very well.
Okay. And when with how that fight kind of played out and stuff like that, how are you feeling after it?
With the Pereira fight,
Yeah.
I took everything with a grain of salt.
As in like it didn't
Like, I would
matter?
love to fight Pereira. If they offered me Pereira for tomorrow, I would fight Pereira tomorrow. I just think that, um, I mean, I don't want to sit here and make excuses, but, everything surrounding that week. It was 6 days notice. I was literally on the other side of the world. So we had to fly 28 hours to Vegas. And when I got to Vegas on Monday, I was 23 and a half pounds over for Friday. So I had one of the hardest weight cuts of my life. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, all the circumstances surrounding that fight were difficult. They were definitely stacked against me. But I also made a lot of mistakes too along the way. Like, um, I fucked up the sleeping. We didn't sleep just because we were coming from such a different time zone. And yeah, it is what it is, man. You don't hear me complaining, but that's that's the that's the circumstances surrounding that.
Okay, got you. And I mean, that was a tough fight. So I'm sure you also gained some experience from facing like a tough opponent like that, regardless of the result and everything, the quick weight cut and all that. Do you feel like you became a better fighter out of that all?
I think I have a better understanding of, like, um I'd like to think that I'm starting to get a better understanding of, like, when to say no to situations. Not that I regret saying no to it, but at least now I know that, like, how significant, like, flying across the world and cutting that much weight is.
Right. Because you were in Thailand before that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was kind of two tough losses in a row, right? Because then you faced Jacob
Yeah.
Malkoun, which was a great fight. I was really looking forward to it, but something happened in there, and we just haven't talked since then. So now that I'm speaking to you, I just like to ask you and stuff. A lot of people were wondering what happened in that. You mind just telling me what happened in that? Because it was
So
like a fluke type of thing, right?
so he threw a hook at the same time that I was taking a shot, and his thumb, like, grazed the top of my head. That's what cut me open, because there's no covering, there's no padding on the thumb. So his thumb is what hit the top of my head. That's what cut me open. I ended up getting stitches from that. And then after that hook landed, I hit his hip on my shot. So I'm not sure if it's both of them or which one did the damage, but one of them, like, gave me like a flash. Now, I don't think I was like knocked out or anything, but I got like rocked for a second. And I think it was just a second where I kind of like lost my whereabouts. But he did a good job of, like, as soon as I hit the ground, he threw that kick to the body that kind of just like paralyzed me. So I think like the Malkoun fight, like, definitely stung way more than Pereira, because I trained hard for the Malkoun fight. Like, I felt the best I ever felt going into that fight. Like, I had a full training camp. Um, I was beating him. I was up 2 rounds to 0. I was probably going to win that second round. Um, so that one stung a little bit more than the Pereira fight.